Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for attending. My name is Joe Decco, the chairman of the town council. It's my honor to be here sitting along colleagues on the council and the mayor and all of the departments heads and all the public that's here. We thank you all for coming. We know that this is a big night and we appreciate your attendance. So at this time, I'd like to call the meeting to order at 7:06. Roberta, may I have a roll call, please? Here. Thank you. May I ask everyone to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag. Thank you very much. Just a little housekeeping. After the mayor's State of the Town address, the council does have some business to take care of, so I'm going to ask the council, during the mayor's speech, we're all going to sit down here in our seats. After the mayor's done, we're going to take a 10-minute recess and then convene back up here for our items. At this time, it is my distinct honor to introduce Honorable Mayor Joseph A. Carfora.
Good evening. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Vice Chairman. I'll wait for them to go down. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Vice Chairman, members of the Town Council, our Town Clerk, Lisa Balter, members of the Board of Education Chair, Michelle DeLucia, Superintendent of Schools, Erica Forty, members of the Board of Finance, our Town Department heads, town employees, State Representative Joseph Zullo, and of course the taxpayers of the town of East Haven. Welcome. It is quite remarkably how quickly a year goes by. So here we are again for our annual State of the Town budget address. It's my fourth such event. An evening that I enjoy because not only does my office pass the budget onto the town council, so they can do their important work, but also an evening where I can highlight so many of the positive things that are going on in our town. I'll start by saying this: it gives me great pleasure to report to everyone that the state of our town is strong and proud and respected and financially secure. We are proud of what we are doing and where we are heading, and respected among our contemporaries and counterparts. From my first day in office, providing our police department and fire departments with the resources they need to make our town and residents safe was my first priority. So I feel there's no more important part of this address than to single them out, which is our first responders, and of course their families also. I know that our public safety leaders and our rank and file face unprecedented challenges in the execution of their daily responsibilities. Our police and fire personnel are asked to do so much on a daily basis, doing so unselfishly to protect our families. We have worked tirelessly to improve the quality of our police and fire departments, ensuring that our personnel have the resources they need. And I have vowed and followed through with an unwavering commitment to make sure that we are staffed properly and that they are equipped professionally like never before, in both departments, we have invested in the latest technology and training programs to equip our staff with the skills they need to be effectively and to respond to emergencies. Police Department. In 2022, our police department responded to 28,731 service calls. One of the initiatives that our police department has implemented is the formation of a proactive traffic unit. To reinforce its effectiveness, in 2022, the unit has partnered with other regional traffic units and has been instrumental in addressing traffic and other quality of life complaints throughout our town. The unit's efforts have resulted in safer roadways, which has had a positive impact on our daily lives. Another area of improvement that our police department has made is upgrading and expanding our vehicle and body camera systems. The cameras provide a clear record of police interactions, which helps to protect both officers and the citizens. The upgrades and the expansion of this system ensure that our police department is utilizing the latest technological upgrades to provide the best possible service to our community. Our police department has also maintained and reapplied for a 4-year national accreditation through the Commission on Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies, which is known as CALEA. This accreditation process ensures that our police department adheres to the highest standards of professionalism and excellence in law enforcement. We are currently in the review phase for consideration of CALEA, which final approval should occur in the summer of 2023. This achievement is a testament to our police department's commitment to providing the best possible service to the community. In addition to these initiatives, our police department has also made improvements to our network infrastructure, which helps us ensure that our officers have access to comprehensive tools necessary to serve our community. Boy, that was a tongue twister. The department has also continued to improve our beach parking program, which makes it easier for all residents, especially those who reside near our town beach. And one of the most important accomplishments of our police department for school safety is not only the addition of school resource officers, which is SROs, but the completion of training and implementation of ALICE to the entire school system and to our town staff. ALICE stands for Alert and Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. And it is a training program designed to teach individuals how to respond to an active shooter. This program has been implemented in schools and workplaces around the country, and it has been proven to save lives. The police department, in partnership with the towns of Brantford, Guilford, and Madison, and North Brantford and North Haven, have jointly received a command center vehicle. The command center vehicle was purchased through American Rescue Plan Act funds, commonly referred to as ARPA. This vehicle will be used to respond to emergency and community events. Finally, our police department has revamped our hiring practice to a rolling application process. This approach helps us to ensure that our police department continues to have access to highly qualified officers in this competitive market. Our fire department. In 2022, the fire department responded to 7,417 calls for service, over 2,000 more calls than in 2021, accounting for a 29% increase in demand. This increase in call volume highlights the importance of having a well-equipped and well-trained fire department. The fire department has hired and trained 5 new firefighter paramedics, which has enhanced the level of emergency medical care provided to our community. The department has taken delivery of a state-of-the-art fire truck, assigned as Engine 4, serving the Memorwin neighborhood. This engine is equipped to handle both fire and paramedic calls. It was acquired through the first of its kind lease purchase program. This will save the town significant funds as the truck will be owned by the town in 5 years, and rather than through a 20-year bond. The department has also refurbished Engine 6 and assigned it to the Riverside Volunteer Fire Company in Short Beach. The previous Engine 4 now serves as the town's apparatus reserve vehicle. Living quarters at Station 4 have been refurbished, providing a comfortable and functional space for the firefighters. The fire department personnel have logged over 109,000 hours of training on fire, rescue, and EMS topics, ensuring that they are prepared to respond to any emergency. The department settled a landmark firefighter contract that focused on firefighter recruitment and retention, highlighting the importance of attracting and retaining qualified, dedicated firefighters. The department conducted over 300 fire safety inspections, ensuring that our community remains safe. Many of you realize the fire department personnel have been at the forefront not only through the pandemic, but also through the opioid crisis, responding to 234 related pandemic calls and 79 overdoses that required the administration of over 100 times with Narcan, saving lives that could have otherwise been lost. Our fire department has made significant investments in infrastructure, equipment, and personnel to enhance the safety of our residents and firefighters. There are 5 items I'd like to highlight. Number 1, I am pleased to announce that Engine 6 had an out-of-frame complete motor rebuild, which will ensure that that engine is operating at peak performance and can respond to emergencies quickly and efficiently. This is a critical investment in maintaining the reliability of our emergency response system. Number 2, ARPA funds were utilized for central air conditioning at our Main Street headquarters. This is a significant investment in improving the work environment for our firefighters and ensures that they can work in a comfortable environment and maintain their focus on their duties during hot and humid summer days. The chief ordered a second set of PPE for all firefighters and installed a decontamination gear dryer for firefighter PPE at all stations, all funded through ARPA. Both of these vital improvements ensure the safety and well-being of our firefighters. And this investment will help prolong the life of PPE and reduce employee risk of exposure to harmful chemicals, and is a significant step toward occupational cancer prevention. ARPA funds were also utilized for interoperable radios for all apparatus, which enables our firefighters to communicate effectively with other agencies during emergencies, regardless of the frequency or channel used. This is a critical investment in ensuring that our firefighters can work together seamlessly to respond to emergencies. And 5, and finally, the hiring of a part-time fire inspector enhances the safety of our community to assess our full-time fire marshal, ensuring that our buildings and facilities meet safety standards and are in compliance with fire codes and statutes. This investment will also help to reduce the risk of fires and other emergencies. I am proud to recognize the positive impact that our fire department has had on the quality of life in our community. The investments made in infrastructure, equipment, and personnel have enhanced the safety of our residents and firefighters, and I am committed to supporting our firefighters and our fire department in their ongoing efforts to keep our community safe. Under my watch, our first responders will always have the necessary means that are required to protect themselves and to keep our community safe, but also to ensure that that they return home safely to their families every day. I want to thank Police Chief Lennon and Deputy Chief Tracy, Fire Chief Marcarelli, and Assistant Chief Rosa, as well as each and every police officer and firefighter for their hard work and their tireless commitment to their community. Our town clerk, during her first year in office, town clerk Lisa Balter maintained and improved the office, ensuring better customer service and outcomes. Lisa applied for and received a Connecticut State Library municipal grant offered through the Historic Document Preservation Program for continued automation of land records dating back to 1970. Records now are searchable electronically back to 1970 by simply typing in a name. There's now even more access to the public, whether in person or online. As we learned during the pandemic, online access is so important. Other improvements to the clerk's office this past year included the added convenience to residents to online dog licenses and improved organization of the lower vault where the town's older historical records are maintained. This year, the town clerk's office received a record number of absentee ballot applications, and the office processed them with ease. This department staff has made service a top priority for the office, and it shows. Over last year, they have continued to streamline operations and look forward to continued improvements. Public Works. Today, I want to share some of the progress we've made improving our community with our Public Works Department at the forefront. First and foremost, I am pleased to announce that we have built 5 brand new playgrounds throughout the town, all utilizing ARPA grant funds. Our team has worked to ensure that each playground is safe, fun, and accessible to all children. We purchased new all-inclusive playground equipment, including handicap accessible equipment for Memorial Field that will be installed this spring. We believe that providing quality play areas for our children is not just important for their physical health, but also for their social and emotional development. Our Public Works Department has been instrumental in this effort, putting in countless hours to make sure that each playground is built to the highest standards. We are fortunate to have such a dedicated team of professionals who take pride in their work and are committed to making our town a better place for everyone. But our Public Works Department has done much more than just build playgrounds. They have also been busy maintaining and improving our roads, sidewalks, and other public infrastructure. By performing this work in-house, we have been able to save money and ensure that our resources are being used efficiently. In addition to the financial benefits, there are also many other advantages to having our Public Works Department perform these tasks. For one, they have a deep knowledge of our town's infrastructure and can quickly respond to any issues arise. They are also able to work more closely with other departments, such as Parks and Recreation, to ensure that our public spaces are well maintained and accessible to everyone. Finally, I want to emphasize that these improvements are not just about making our town look nicer or providing amenities for our residents. When we invest in our public spaces and infrastructure, we are investing in ourselves and our future. I am proud of the progress we've made and grateful for the hard work of our Public Works. I hope that you will join me in celebrating these accomplishments. The Recreation Department. My administration has a commitment to providing quality recreation activities for our residents. But as times change, so too must our approach to recreation. That's why we've recently undergone a positive restructuring of our Recreation Department to better service our community needs. Our Recreation Director, Liz Franco-Spano, has transferred her lifelong commitment to our community and its children and families to our Recreation Department. Along with her staff, this process has created new and exciting opportunities. One of the most exciting changes for the Recreation Department is the remodeling and reopening of our ice rink facility. This has been a long-awaited project, and I am thrilled to say that it's finally here. With a fresh new look and state-of-the-art equipment, our ice rink is sure to provide hours of fun and entertainment for hockey players and skaters of all ages. But this facility isn't simply a 9-month ice arena. It will be utilized throughout the spring and summer to offer additional recreation programs, including roller skating. But that's not all. Liz and her staff have been hard at work implementing new programs that are already having a positive impact on our community, from our youth to our seniors and all ages in between. There's something for everyone to enjoy. And the best part, these new programs are not only beneficial to our community's health and well-being, but they're also bringing in new revenue for our town. Our Recreation Department is now more efficient, is more financially self-sustaining than ever before, which means we can continue to invest in even more exciting activities and improvements in our future. Speaking of improvements, the seamless implementation of my rec program has made it easier than ever for our residents to sign up for activities and events. And that means more people can participate and enjoy all that our Recreation Department has to offer. I'm proud of the positive changes that we've made in our Recreation Department, and I am very excited about what's to come. Our town is always growing and evolving, and our Recreation Department has done the same by having the vision needed to anticipate entertaining activities like never before. So let's celebrate all of our new and improved recreational activities and keep supporting our dedicated staff who work tirelessly to make our town a better place to work and play. Our Building Department. I am pleased to report that the Building Department in our town hall has been one of the busiest departments over the past year. This department generates significant revenue on behalf of our community, and it provides essential services to ensure that the safety of our residents. For the year 2022, we issued 1,200 building permits with a construction value of $22,133,505 for the town and 954 inspections. The town received $316,000 in fees as well. And the Building Department is ready to introduce a new online permitting system that connects all departments required in the building and zoning process. This new online permitting system is user-friendly and informative, and making it easier for residents, contractors, and homeowners to complete their building permits and inspections seamlessly. In the coming days, I urge you to take advantage of the new online permitting system for convenience and efficiency. Zoning. Our zoning department is also one of the most active departments in this town. Not only do we process new applications daily but also it has come to clean up some of the major projects that were inherited from the Maternal Administration. We continue to thoroughly vet all new applications. I am pleased that the new online permitting system includes access to our building departments. Both zoning and building and departments are on the same page. The West End revitalization. I am excited to announce that the town of East Haven has been given the green light by the state for funding of the 5th and final phase of the West End revitalization project. The funds came through the local transportation capital improvement program. This is great news for our community, as it will bring the revitalization project to its completion, extending all the way to the New Haven town line on Main Street. One aspect I'm especially happy is the new handicap accessible sidewalks. This will not only improve accessibility for all residents, but will also enhance the overall aesthetic appeal of Main Street. And I look forward to working with local businesses and residents as we bring this project to a completion and create a more beautiful, inviting west end of town for all our residents. I hope you share in my excitement for the final completion of this decades-long project. Up the East Haven Senior Center. I am excited to share with you some updates on the East Haven Senior Center and Social Services Department. We are constantly working to provide the best services possible for our community, and we are proud to say that we have made significant strides in achieving this goal. We now have over 325 individuals that are registered as members of the Senior Center, with over 240 active members. We have recently added 7 new classes, including 5 exercise classes, 1 chai yoga class, and 1 cooking class. And these classes are designed to help promote health and wellness. And we hope we will then benefit our senior community greatly. Additionally, we are pleased to announce that we have received a grant from the Agency of Aging of South Central Connecticut to offer a 6-session health and wellness program. The program will cover topics such as health, nutrition, exercise, and estate planning, and is designed to help improve the overall well-being and quality of life for East Haven seniors and their family members. Moving on to our Social Services Department. We have processed over 470 state of Connecticut rental rebate applications. East Haven residents have received over $260,000 in rent rebate checks. We have also processed over 400 state of Connecticut energy assistance applications, with East Haven residents receiving over $500,000 in oil, propane, gas, and electric credits. We are committed to continuing to provide top-notch services to our senior community and all the residents of East Haven. We encourage you to take advantage of many programs and services we offer at the Senior Center and Social Services Department. Our Greenway Trail. I'm very excited the work has begun to extend the Shoreline Greenway Trail from Elliott Street to Cozy Beach Avenue. It offers a multitude of benefits to the local community. It's always gratifying to create outdoor green spaces for residents and visitors alike. As many of you know, the trail provides a scenic and safe route for walkers, runners, and cyclists. If you haven't already, I encourage you to use our Greenway Trail as we have some beautiful days ahead. Animal control. Congratulations to Emily Higgins on your new position as Animal Control Officer. The Animal Control plays a vital role in ensuring the safety and well-being of animals in our community. Duties include responding to animal-related emergencies, enforcing animal control laws and regulations, investigating animal cruelty cases, educating the public on responsible pet ownership, and more. Our department works with compassion and professionalism. It has always had strong communication skills and works to build positive relationship with community members, including pet owners, local animal rescue organizations, and other animal control departments throughout the region. I have faith that Emily will build on the legacy that Owen Little has established over the past 3 decades. Thank you, Emily, and thank you, Owen. Our tax department. The newly staffed tax department resulted in Shayna Akampora, a tax clerk in the department, moving her way up the ranks to deputy tax collector, and ultimately now our new tax collector. We have a 3-member staff in our tax office. All of the office staff enrolled to attend courses this spring of 2023 to further their skills and knowledge in tax collection. We now have 2 bilingual employees in this office. This has allowed us to better serve our community and its changing demographics. Not only has the ability to communicate with our Spanish-speaking taxpayers in the tax department, but they have been able to assist other departments as well. Taxes can be confusing, so the tax office is compiling an informational summary sheet of the facts for taxpayers to better understand what taxes pay for, along with the state statutes and the laws that govern the tax office, and a breakdown of payment options. Our goal is to make the process easier and more understandable for our residents. Our intention is to post this information summary sheet in the tax office and on the website. Thank you, Shana. Technology. Since my first day in office and identifying initial weaknesses here in town, technology was in shambles and immediately on my radar. With the onset of COVID, we immediately dialed in the need for information technology in our town. With that being said, we've updated previously mentioned departments such as tax, town clerk, assessor, building, zoning, engineering, and fire and police. This department has implemented online services for our taxpayers, improved our townwide telephone service, implemented government cloud emails, secure file sharing, .gov domain, recently purchased and installed new servers, building our own secure networks townwide. For these major infrastructure improvements to town buildings to take place, rewiring was done in many departments, such as the newly updated ice rink. New up-to-date cloud-managed equipment was installed on a town-wide basis to let us manage this equipment in-house. Securing each department and its data was critical to threats. The Board of Education. We stand committed to supporting our community's critical needs, and we understand that the education of our children is essential for their future growth and development. I am pleased to announce that our town is doing our part in making education a priority for our community. Clearly, our school district plays a critical role on a daily basis with our children in their education, but they too need the support of my administration and its resources. With that being said, I am very proud of the open communications that we now have with the leadership staff at Central Office. Only positive things can come from this type of communication and open dialogue. We understand that a strong educational system is critical for our town's growth and development, and nothing more is important than our children's education than creating an environment in which kids can flourish. And making sure that there is a continuity in classroom is important. Everyone worked hard on an agreement that ensures our teachers receive competitive pay that is comparable to neighboring communities. Over the past year, teacher contract negotiations occurred, and one of its goals was to make sure that there were corrections made to certain levels of teachers. We monitored the negotiations between our town schools district and the teachers union. We all recognize the need to ensure that our teachers' pay corresponds to the surrounding communities. In some instances, this lack of parity forced teachers to take up secondary jobs to stay afloat, while some others had to make the challenging decision to leave our system to seek better paying positions elsewhere. This phenomenon is unfortunate because it results in the loss of talented teachers, which negatively impacts our education system. I am happy to report that in this budget, we have made a significant increase in our funding for the district this year. My request is to allocate a total of $900,000, a substantial increase from last year's unanimous town council vote of $100,000. which reflects an $800,000 increase. This year's substantial increase in funding is to support efforts that focus on teacher retention, aiming to keep as many teachers as possible and avoid losing them to pay inequality. We are proud to share in recognizing the dedication and hardworking teachers, a valuable resource to our community. And no one wants this issue to compromise the future of our young children. And we on the town side, with this significant financial commitment, are doing our part to help solve it. I want to also address the impact of the state-mandated revaluation that we experienced last year. In my previous State of the Town address, I have called for the state to work on some reform of property tax relief. Our current system is unfair. It's unfair to municipalities like ours and its taxpayers. And last year's state-required revaluation highlights just that. In theory, the increased value of one's home is a positive thing, certainly if you are planning to sell. But for those of us who are not selling, the higher value directly impacts the tax formula that we are required to use. As an administration, we understand that, and we do everything within our boundaries of the current tax system to offset those burdens. One way is keeping our town finances sound and strong, which they are, and as I will explain. But other ways we try to combat this unfair system is by lowering the mill rate, as we did last year, holding expenses where and when possible, which is a consistent goal, and not increasing the mill rate at all this year. But no matter what, property tax reform is something that we all need to be working towards. Finance. As of fiscal year ending June 30th, 2022, the town achieved a certified surplus of $1,554,726. The audit report also outlines the various financial milestones achieved by the town and highlights every effort made by the administration to improve the financial position of the town. The fund balance, also sometimes referred to as the rainy day fund. I am extremely proud, and I'm very proud to report that our fund balance as of fiscal year ending June 30th, 2022, stands at $7,252,881, and those are real numbers. This is the highest it has been since fiscal year ending June 30th, 2004, when it was $7,355,409. These numbers clearly show that there has been a significant improvement in the financial position of the town. This is in contrast to the fund balance at the end of the previous administration's tenure, which was $2,844,041. Under my administration, the fund balance has increased by $4,408,840, a 155% increase. And again, let me stress that those are real numbers. It is important to note that the same audit partner, Joseph Centofanti, has been working with the town for the past 16 years, so he knows this town. The fund balance as of fiscal year ending June 30th, 2022 represents a 7.18% of the proposed 23-24 budget. This greatly exceeds the recommended minimum of 5%. This is a significant improvement in the town's financial position and shows the town's commitment to responsible financial management. The town's bond rating outlook has improved from negative to stable, and the expectation is a higher bond rating and favorable rate pricing from any new bonding. This is a testament to the town's financial stability and responsible financial management. Based on current projections, the town expects a much more modest surplus in fiscal year ending of June 30th, 2023. This represents a continued effort by the town to maintain responsible and financial management practices. The town has made significant progress in improving its financial position under leadership of my administration. The surplus achieved at the end of fiscal year ending June 30th, 2022, the significantly higher fund balance and the improved bond rating outlook are all positive indicators of the town's financial stability. I remain committed to maintaining responsible and financial management practices and ensuring the long-term financial health of our town. None of this would be possible in the hard work of Jim Keeley, our finance director, and we are so fortunate to have him. Thank you, Jim. Tweed New Haven Airport. In my town address last year, I said that we have approached this project with care and paid it every bit of attention that it requires, but also that it demands. And we have consistently said that the proposed expansion to the East Haven side is the most transformative project in our town's history. That statement has always been spot on, but after a full review of the scope of the proposals and findings in the environmental assessment, which is known as EA, if possible, it is more accurate today than ever before. Since I was elected, we have worked conscientiously to gather information about the overall project, but also to gather specific and detailed information that we knew was being used to formulate the recently released EA. Information that we believe was being shared with New Haven, but not us. I consistently took the position and still feel this way, that any productive and fair discussions about this project should only occur when all stakeholders have access to the same information. While New Haven owns the property, which is located in East Haven, the Airport Authority, which is ultimately responsible for airport operations, appropriately includes board members representing East Haven and other stakeholders, all of whom deserve and need access to the same level of information and transparency. Along the way, there were private and public representations that we were receiving the necessary information, which was not accurate. This past July, with the unanimous support of the town council, we took the essential step of hiring specialized legal counsel, which includes an FAA law firm, in anticipation of the release of the environmental assessment draft. Our legal team has been working nonstop on this expansion and relocation, with researching and preparing for relevant issues, from taxation to traffic to our public safety groups, environmental impact, and flooding. As a result, this past October, I sent a detailed 15-page letter to the FAA requesting that the FAA prepare an environmental impact statement known as an EIS. An EIS contains a fundamentally much more detailed development and review of information and scrutiny of a project than an EA. The EIS process will allow for much more public involvement and transparency, and will be the responsibility of the FAA and not the authority. The town's position is that the National Environmental Policy Act, known as NEPA, and the Council on Environmental Quality Regulations require the much deeper evaluation of an EIS will provide because of a project of this scale will have. Among so many other things, a significant impact to the human environment, perpetual impact on wetlands and our sensitive coastal areas, on air quality, an immense impact on our parks and recreational spaces. Prior to my October call for an EIS, Save the Sound did so also. After my October request, Senator Christine Cohen, Senator Martin Looney, State Senator Paul Ciccarella, State Representatives Alphonse Paolillo and Joe Zullo also made formal requests for an EIS as well. Tonight, I call on each to renew their request. Senator Looney and State Representative Al Paolillo's requests are particularly impactful because they live right next door to Tweed. So they are fully aware of the noise, the traffic, the environmental, and pollution concerns that we are forever changing the Tweed neighborhoods, and are also aware of the complaints that are being made by their New Haven neighbors. In my statement immediately following the release of the draft EA on March 2nd of 2023, I indicated that I was disappointed that the EA did not immediately order an EIS. From the very start, our sole mission has been to protect the citizens of East Haven and ensure that all aspects of this massive production expansion and relocation of the airport into East Haven were fully and fairly considered. Our team has undertaken a complete review of the draft EA. For months, we have been working with experts in areas from traffic, ecology, stormwater, and public safety, and we are prepared to make a comment on April 1st during the public comment period. Personally, I am looking forward to leading that effort this coming Saturday. With that being said, and in addition to our public comment, our team is also preparing detailed written responses that will be submitted to the FAA prior to the now May 1st, 2023 deadline. The town's written responses will be detailed and comprehensive, and they will directly address the town's concern. They will be supported by actual studies and comprehensive information that will make it clear to the FAA how federal law requires that a full-scale EIS that is mandated for this project. Let me leave no doubt, East Haven is standing up for itself, and we will continue to do so throughout this process. We have the right team in place, and everyone has the same goal, and that is to ensure that this project is fairly and honestly considered, and that our town is protected as federal law mandates. I urge you all to attend April 1st, 2023 at a public hearing right here at our East Haven High School. In addition to that, please be sure to provide whatever comments you choose in writing to the FAA prior to May 1st. Information regarding both is posted in our town hall and on the town hall's website. In closing, with every improvement my administration has made, I am quite proud to present you a budget that holds the line on taxes, but also funds our police and fire department, all essential services, and our Board of Education. I want to thank everyone for coming. I would also like to thank our national champion, our band director, Steve. Where are you? You're up there. Hi. Without a doubt, we have the finest finance director in the area. Jim is thorough and extremely organized, but also a pleasure to work with. I'd like to thank the members of the Board of Finance for their service, and like you, they give their time for this community to make it better. So, Mr. Chairman, I have completed my presentation and turned the budget over to the council. Good luck and thank you.
We're going to take a quick 10-minute recess, and we're going to reconvene into our special meeting. Just give us a few minutes. If you're more than welcome to stay. It's a public meeting. We just have a couple of items to take care of.